Today we are going to tackle a really common and honestly dangerous misconception that your breast milk isn't fatty enough or that it needs time to quote mature before your baby will start gaining weight. And I hear this myth being repeated a lot by pediatricians telling moms like when their baby's not getting enough weight, like, oh, you just need to eat stuff to make your milk fattier or wait for your milk to get better for baby. It just takes time for your milk to be good enough. And that's all really, really false. Hey, Mama Bear. Welcome to the Breastfeeding with Confidence podcast. Do you dream of bonding with your baby through exclusive breastfeeding, but worry about breastfeeding pain or low milk supply? Maybe you're struggling with breastfeeding and no one seems to have any answers. I'm Jaimie, doula, international board certified lactation consultant, and mom of 5, and I have been where you are. After working through painful latches, milk supply worries, and postpartum depression, and supporting countless mothers through their breastfeeding journeys for over 8 years, I'm here to tell you breastfeeding doesn't have to be perfect to be positive. Each week, I'll share breastfeeding tips to help you prevent and overcome unexpected breastfeeding challenges so you can actually enjoy bonding with your baby. If you are ready to shut out the toxic whispers of the world, embrace your God-given intuition, and release your inner fierce mama bear, grab some coffee or your favorite herbal tea and let's dive in. Today, we're going to set the record straight and give you the truth about breast milk and weight gain and when formula supplementation is actually necessary. So, your breast milk is designed perfectly from day one. From the very beginning, your body makes colostrum, that thick golden first milk, and that is full of concentrated nutrients and protein and immune protection. It's not watery or weak just because yours might look waterier than what you expected or than your friends. That doesn't mean that it's not exactly what your baby needs. All right, so it usually takes around 3 to 5 days for your milk to increase in volume. Some people call that when your milk is coming in, but it doesn't suddenly become more nutritious. All right. It's that your body is now starting to make different milk that meets your baby's different changing needs. So what happens when your baby is not gaining weight and it seems like, oh, I think I have enough milk, and I think baby's nursing well, but she's not gaining weight, then pediatricians say things like, oh, well, maybe your milk just isn't fatty enough yet, or your milk just isn't nutritious enough yet. And that is it's flat out wrong. I hear it all the time and I get so frustrated because it's just wrong. Like, it is no different than if a pediatrician said like, oh, well, your baby can live off of Coca-Cola. That's really healthy and it's a perfect replacement for water. Like, it's just false. It's just wrong. But they keep saying it. And I know they keep saying it because moms keep coming to me telling me that's why they started formula, or that's why they're pumping, or that's why their baby wasn't gaining weight because their pediatrician said their milk just wasn't good enough yet. And that's just poor luck, bad luck. Sorry for you. Your milk just isn't enough. And that's not right. All right. So if your baby isn't gaining weight, it's not about milk quality. It is about quantity. All right. Here's the key. If your baby is not gaining weight, we need to figure out whether or not baby is getting enough volume. And I will tell you 9 out of 10 times, 9.9 out of 10 times, baby not gaining weight equals baby not getting enough milk. Unfortunately, a lot of times this goes ignored or unchecked or not properly followed up on. So what are weight issues usually about? Okay. Shallow, painful latch that signifies baby's not getting enough milk. The baby's not nursing effectively. This can be related to tongue ties and oral restrictions. Maybe you're scheduling feeds instead of feeding on demand. There can be so many different things. Early supplementation that disrupts supply and demand. So many different things. But if your baby is not gaining weight, odds are they are not getting enough milk. If baby is getting enough milk, all right. And I mean, like, very objectively speaking, we do intense weight tracking and determine baby absolutely 100% is getting plenty of milk and they're still not gaining weight, then that raises a red flag for other medical concerns like a metabolic condition, digestive issues, heart problems, things that really need like deep investigation and not just a blanket, your milk isn't good enough, use formula. All right. So if you do start using formula and your baby's suddenly gaining weight, that means there's none of those issues. It means it was a milk transfer problem. Your baby was not getting a high enough volume. So why is this myth harmful? Well, one, when moms are told that their milk is immature or not fatty enough, they feel pressured into using formula unnecessarily. And this can spiral into real supply problems because your breast milk make milk based on removal. We've talked about this quite a bit, right? So we need to address the root cause. We have to address the root cause. We have to uncover and address the root cause. So here's the thing. Even if you are pumping and you think your breast milk looks watery, like breast milk fat content changes throughout the day and even throughout the feeding. All right. It is based on what your baby needs. And if your baby has a higher need for hydration, you're going to have, quote, thinner milk. If your baby needs more fat and needs to be more full, you're going to have fattier milk. We've done a couple episodes on increasing the fat in your milk and the whole hind milk, fore milk conversation. I will have to link that episode in the show notes. But it's really important that you know that like your milk is fatty enough, and it's not about it's not about making your milk fattier. It's about getting more milk. What should you do if your baby is not gaining weight and you've been told, oh, maybe your milk just isn't good enough, it's not fatty enough? All right, if you hear your milk isn't fatty enough, I want you to immediately say, red flag, whoever is giving you breastfeeding advice should not be giving you breastfeeding advice. But I do want you to hear the part about your baby not gaining enough weight. And I want you to go meet with an IBCLC who will evaluate latch and milk transfer. And if they do not give you a clear answer on why your baby is not gaining weight, and they leave you with more questions than answers, see another one. And then see another one. You get what I'm saying? Right? We're going to track output to assess intake. We're going to avoid jumping straight to formula without understanding why weight gain is an issue. Now, yeah, you might have to make sure you are feeding your baby and using formula as a tool, but we're not just going to like give formula and be like, oh, well, baby wasn't gaining weight, my milk's not good enough. No, we're going to learn how to give formula in a way that supports our milk supply, and we're going to figure out why they're not getting enough milk, and we're going to fix that problem. You need to advocate for your baby. All right? Ask deeper questions. We always need to go deeper. Why? We need to sound like a 4-year-old, okay? Mama, your milk is good enough. Your milk is enough. It's good enough. There's nothing wrong with your milk. This isn't about waiting for some obscure timeline that your milk might become better or fattier or more mature. It's about making sure that your baby is getting what they need. If you need more guidance on helping your baby get a better latch and increasing milk transfer and learning more about navigating low milk supply, the Breastfeeding Resource Library is for you. Go check it out, littlebearlactation.com/library, and use code podcast50 to save today. And if you think, no, I don't want to do this course, I don't want to figure this out on my own, I need handholding, I need personalized support, I got you on that too. Visit littlebearlactation.com/support. You can book a 20-minute Q&A session. We can figure out exactly what you need to do next. We can figure out exactly where things are going wrong and kind of get you pointed in the right direction and create a plan that will help you achieve your breastfeeding goals. All right, Mama Bear, that is a wrap for today. If this episode helped you feel a little more confident or a little more prepared for breastfeeding, can I ask you a quick favor? Go ahead and leave me a review. It helps other moms find this podcast and join us in this amazing community of fierce and confident mama bears. And hey, if you know a friend who could use some encouragement or real talk about pregnancy, breastfeeding, and all things motherhood, share this episode with her. You've got this, Mama Bear. Trust your instincts, stay fierce, and I'll catch you in the next episode.